Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel My Research Support. So friends, yes, as you have seen in this video thumbnail and title, today we'll be discussing about how to keep plagiarism or similarity index of any of your documents, maybe research article, thesis, assignment, as low as possible based on the same topic. Previously I have prepared two videos. One was regarding what exactly the plagiarism is and different types of plagiarism, and second, how to reduce plagiarism. But this video is really very important, and this is because I am going to cover almost all the points those I could not cover in the previous videos. Here I will be suggesting you simple steps that you have to apply to your document in order to reduce plagiarism or similarity index. In this video also we'll take one example, one document. I'll be applying all these steps to that document, and you will see that how exactly the plagiarism or similarity index is reducing. Prior to start, I would like to mention one point. Friends, throughout this video, my intention is not to convey you a message that you can copy someone's data, information, you can apply all these steps so that you can reduce the plagiarism or similarity index and you can represent that information as your own information. Means if you are taking already published research article, if you have reduced plagiarism, and if you are trying to publish as your own document, this is completely unethical. So while reducing plagiarism, you have to be taken care of the ethics. Means I'll be showing you in these steps how reducing plagiarism, in what conditions, in what cases it can be considered as ethical, and from what you have to stay away from, that is considered as unethical. Okay, so to keep plagiarism of your document as low as possible, you have to go through the two important stages. First is avoid plagiarism. This is a preventive stage, means you need to be taken care while writing research article or writing document and before writing document. Here you have to follow some simple steps so that you'll be able to avoid plagiarism of your document. So after writing document, or for example after writing research article, you have to check plagiarism or similarity index. If you found that even though you have followed all these steps but still your document is coming across a similarity index, then yes, you have to move towards the second stage, which is reduce plagiarism. See, the general criteria followed almost by all the universities, organizations, journals, that you have to keep plagiarism or similarity index of your document maybe less than 15% or maybe less than 10%. So if you found that in first stage, if it is more than what you need, what you require, then definitely with the help of following the simple steps that I am going to mention in this stage, you will be able to reduce plagiarism. So we'll start with the first stage, how to avoid plagiarism. This is the best stage where you can keep your document away from the similarity index of plagiarism, or you can ensure your document will be having a very less plagiarism which is acceptable in your universities. And yes, you can achieve this by following some simple steps. So the first step that you have to follow in this stage is know about plagiarism. As I have mentioned in the starting, I have prepared detailed video on this point. The link is there in this video description. Please go through that video so that you will be able to understand what exactly the plagiarism is. The second important point, write your document in your own words. If you are doing so, then there are possibilities that your written text will not be matched with already published data. Means you will get a very low similarity index. And when it is possible, it is only possible when you are trying to represent your own idea. If you are copying someone's idea, then definitely it is not possible. For example, if I have referred many research articles, if I have emphasized on particular research articles, I have seen the researchers have done the experiments in a specific manner. And if I'm stealing that idea, and if I am trying to represent the same idea in my own words, then definitely there are possibilities that even I am trying to write this in my own words, but already many research articles are worked on the same idea. Then there are the chances that even though you have written in your own words, your written words may be matched with the already published data. But if I have a unique idea that I have to do something, I have to carry out a research for this specific idea, then definitely if your idea is unique, then there are no chances on that specific idea. If you are writing a research article, then yes, your text will be unique and there will be very low chances that your written text will be matched with already published data. As a result of it, you will get a very low similarity index. And the next important point is make use of proper citations. See, this is the intermediate point, means I can consider to make use of citations in this how to avoid plagiarism stage, and in second stage how to reduce plagiarism. So we'll better explain this point in the second stage. But how you can make use of this point means to make proper citations to avoid plagiarism. See, while writing research article, what you can do, if you have copied someone's data, information, maybe paragraph, then you have to give proper citations. See, there are different citation styles. So you may simply put the number, reference number in the square bracket, or you may put the author's names and published year. So you have to refer different citation styles for that. Means you are not representing that text as your own text. Means if you are saying that text has been copied from someone else's work, and that cannot be considered as plagiarism. What I do while writing my research articles, I'll just simply download and read the research papers required to write my research articles. I'll just club them together in a single folder, and I'll rename all these downloaded research articles from their author names and published years. So whenever writing my research articles, if I have copied a specific paragraph for any published research paper, then in that paragraph I will mention the author name and published year. So when after 2 to 3 months where I'll finish writing my research paper, then I'll be able to relate the text, why I have copied that specific paragraph from which paper and what is the relation to the text. So that is really very important. This is manual method of giving citations, but why I am saying this is important, because at every stage of your research paper writing, this will help you to maintain proper flow and relation of your written text, and you will ensure that none of your copied text has remained without citations which can be caught in plagiarism. So after performing all these steps, how you can ensure that your written text or document is having plagiarism or similarity index well within the prescribed limit. So for that you have to go through this intermediate stage, means you have to check plagiarism for your document. To check plagiarism, you can use any plagiarism checking software. There are multiple options available in the market, but I'll prefer you to use Turnitin, and in this video also we'll be checking a document with the help of Turnitin, which I feel the most effective software. After checking plagiarism for your documents, if you come to know that your document is still having a considerable amount of plagiarism or similarity index, then you have to move towards the second stage, which is how to reduce plagiarism. So I feel this stage can be better explained with the help of board. So here we'll be discussing one important formula, ICQP. These are basically 4 important steps that you can apply to any document in order to reduce plagiarism. But prior to that, you should get familiar with this similarity index report or plagiarism report. So this one is the report that we have received in Turnitin software. Here you will be able to see some highlighted text. I mean, this text has been copied from already published work. On the right side, as you can see here, this is the similarity index, 33%. This document is having 33% similarity index or plagiarism. And along with this highlighted text, you will find that some specific numbers have been assigned. So these numbers, what does it mean? Means this specific text as indicated here is taken from source number 1, and these sources are listed here. Means I have copied these 2 lines, as you can see here, I have copied these 2 lines from these research articles. In this way, which data, which information has copied from which reference or which research article has also been shown here. So the maximum similarity index is from this first source or first research article. Okay, now you have to work for this highlighted text. Means simply you have to apply these 4 steps so that next time when you will checking the same document, this text will not be highlighted. So let's turn toward the first step, which is I. What does I indicate? I indicates identification. So what to identify? So you have to identify how plagiarism checking softwares detects the plagiarism. So this is a simple thing. Once you understand how these plagiarism checkers will detect the plagiarism, definitely you will be able to reduce the plagiarism. So friends, I have used around 3 to 4 plagiarism checkers, and what I found that I am going to represent here in this video. If 6 or more than 6 words of your written text are matching with already published data in sequence, I am saying in sequence, then only plagiarism checking softwares will detect the plagiarism. Means if 5 words are matched, then the plagiarism will not be detected. So let us go through one example. So I have written here one sentence. As an example, you can consider this. So what is it? The work has been carried out by different experiments to reach the goal. This is a sentence. I have not given citations. I have written this sentence in my own words, but still when I have checked the plagiarism, I found that these words by different experiments to reach the goal. These words are accidentally matched with the already published data. See, I have not copied anybody's data. So in that case, you need not to put the citations. See, you know this, that I have written all these words, but still it is matched. In that case, you need not to give any kind of citations. So you have to understand this identification or detection. From that, you will be able to reduce plagiarisms of this type of text. So now what you have to do, you have to simply break this sequence. What I said, if 6 words are, you can count these words 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why it is this text is detected in this plagiarism checker? This is because these words are either 6 or more than 6. Okay, these words are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 words. So now you have to break the sequence so that next time when you will check the same text in the plagiarism checker, then this will not be detected as a plagiarism. So what you can do, there are different methods, but the simple method that you can rewrite the sentence. See, I have to break the sequence. So what I can do, the one way, see, I can rewrite the sentence. I can transfer these 4 words at the starting. So I can rewrite the same sentence as, to reach the goal, the work has been carried out by different experiments. Now what will happen? These 4 words I have taken at the starting, and 1, 2, 3 words are here. So this text, when you will be checking next time in the plagiarism checker, will not be detected as a plagiarism, or you will not get any similarity index. The same thing will be explaining with the help of proper example also, that I am already explained at the starting, that will be taking one document. Okay, all these steps will be demonstrating with the help of example. So this is for first sentence or single sentence. So now we'll move towards the 2 sentences. Now consider only 3 words from first sentence. For example, has been carried. These 3 words from first sentence, and these 3 words from second sentence have matched in sequence with the already published data. In that case also, plagiarism checking software will detect the plagiarism. In this case also, you have to see whether by the reframing the sentence it is possible to break the sequence or not. See, this is second case, that maybe in 2 sentences, 3 sentences, if 6 words or more than 6 words are matched in sequence, then this will be detected in the plagiarism checking software. Means in that report, these words will be highlighted. What does it mean? If I am talking about these 6 words, then in plagiarism checking software or report, it will be showing 1. So what does this mean? These research articles, this written text have been taken or have been copied from reference number 1 or source number 1, and that plagiarism report, you will be find that first number there will be a reference number or reference of any research article from where you have copied this text. Okay, these 3 words have been copied from reference number or source number 1, and these 3 words are also copied from source number 1. But if you found that in between there are 6 or more than 6 words, those are matching with any other source, so in that case this text will not be plagiarized, or plagiarism checking software will not detect this text as plagiarized, because this second source has itself broken the sequence. So in this way, by identifying how software will detect the plagiarism, you will be able to reduce plagiarism. And now we'll move towards second important step, which is C. C stands for citations. So you have to cite the sources properly. Means you have to give the credit to the authors or to the research papers from where you have taken the data or information. So here I have given two examples. This is first sentence and second sentence. For example, if I have copied this sentence from anybody's research paper or document, so I can put the reference number in this way. Means I am representing, I have copied this sentence from reference number 1. Reference number 1 may be research paper, book, or any document, right? So this is the one way. There are different citation styles or references styles. Sometimes you can use author names and published year. So you have to stick to your university guidelines, that particular journal guidelines where you are going to submit your research article. And this, for example, I have taken this sentence from second reference number or this research articles. So in this way you can give citations. Now this cannot be considered as plagiarism. Why? Because I am representing this information I have copied from source number 1 or reference number 1. So this is not my own information. But the most important point, even if you are giving proper citations, but still this sentence, this information will be shown in the plagiarism checker or plagiarism checking software or report. So this text will be highlighted because I have as it is copied this sentence from anybody's published research article. In that case, you have to turn toward the third step, which is Q. Q is for quotation. So you have to quote properly. You have to quote properly means you have to put this in quotation marks, maybe in this way, double quotation marks. So there is a setting in plagiarism checking software that you can exclude quotation marks. In that case, this text will be excluded. Means you are saying that a complete sentence as it is I have copied from research paper 1 or reference number 1. So in that case, now this text will not be highlighted in any plagiarism checking software. Okay, but you have to be assured that the exclude quotation mark setting is on in the software where you are going to check the plagiarism. But yes, obviously this is accepted and this is ethical because you are telling with the help of this quotation marks, you are telling from what to what information I have copied. Okay, that's it. And you have to put the citations as well. So with the combination of this C and Q, means citations and quotations, you will be able to reduce plagiarism or major text you will be able to reduce. But there is a limitation. So you cannot use, say, to 70% information you just cannot use these quotation marks and citations. Okay, this is not good and even this is not accepted. Maybe 10%, 15% and 20% quotation marks or citations you can use. There has to be originality in your work. Means 70% work should be original. You know, if you wanted to publish it in very good journals, then 30% citations and quotation marks it can be considered. But still, you have to emphasize on the originality. So this is the one case that I can make use of this quotation marks. So now you have to go or move towards the second example. I have taken this sentence from anybody's research article and I have kept the citation number as well. But as I said, this will also be highlighted in the plagiarism report, or this text will be coming in similarity index. So you can either use quotation marks, but as I said, so you cannot use multiple quotation marks. So in that case, what you can do, you can move towards the next step, which is P. P stands for paraphrasing. Paraphrasing. So what exactly the paraphrasing? Simply you may reframe the sentences, maybe paragraphs, or you may change active to passive, passive to active, or you may replace some words with synonyms. Okay, but this paraphrasing can be used in two ways. You can use ethically also and unethically also. Okay, so what is ethical and what is unethical, that I wanted to explain. So now I have to avoid quotation marks. Okay, so I need not to put the quotation marks here because there are so many quotation marks I have already used. In that case, you can just simply copy this text in the paraphrasing tool or paraphrasing software, and you can just paraphrase this text. Means paraphrasing software will be able to convert this text into a unique text that cannot be matched with the already published data. So why this text will not be detected in the plagiarism? This is because paraphrasing tool will be breaking the sequence that we have explained in the first stage, and you have to copy that text, and along with you have to put the citation as well. Means you are summarizing that sentence, you are reframing that sentence, but still you are telling others that this is not my own work. I have referred this reference number, this research article to write this text. So in that case, this text will not be highlighted in the plagiarism report, but along with you have to put the citation also. This is an ethical way of reducing plagiarism. But if I am not giving citation here, and as I know that this text will not be caught in the plagiarism checker, in that case this is unethical, because you have copied someone's text, you are trying to publish or represent as your own text. This is really not good. Don't go for this kind of practices. So in this way, by applying these 4 steps, you will be able to reduce the plagiarism of any document. So here I would like to add one point. We have seen the quotation marks can be used in this way, double quotation marks along with the citations. This is one way to reduce plagiarism. However, we know that there are some facts or common knowledge that need not to be cited. For example, if specific law is there, everyone knows this is a general knowledge or common knowledge. So you need not to give any citation to that text. So simply you can put that text, that law in double quotation marks. And now we will take one document, we will apply all these 4 steps, and you will see how this plagiarism percentage is reduced. So here we will be considering this document. This is a very short document, and I have checked plagiarism or similarity index for this document in Turnitin software, as you can see here, and I found that the similarity index is 76%. I would like to show you the report as well. Here, as you can see, this highlighted text means, so we will consider this first line where it is showing that this text have been copied from source number 3, which is indicated here. From this source, authors have copied this text, but I have written this text in my own words, but still accidentally if it is matched with the already published data, in that case you need not to give any kind of citations, because intentionally you have not copied anybody's work, you have tried to write it in own words, but still it is matched. In this case you can apply our first step, which we have seen, identifications. Means you have to break the sequence. If 6 words or more than 6 words are matched in sequence, then this plagiarism checker will detect the plagiarism or similarity index. So we will be applying first step to this sentence, and then we will move towards next. Forget about this 1 or 2 words. So now you have to consider this one, this paragraph. Okay, I have not represented that this paragraph is my own paragraph, because I have given proper citations. Means I am telling others that I have copied this paragraph from reference number 11. This is my reference number. However, this plagiarism checker has detected that this paragraph has been copied from source number 1. I agree that I have kept this source number 1 at 11th number in my reference list, but still it is showing plagiarism. So here you have to go towards second and third step that we have discussed. Second step is citations along with quotation marks. Means you have to put a double quotation marks here along with the citations. Means now I am representing, I have copied a whole paragraph from this reference number. Okay, so I applied first step, these 2 steps, and now I will be moving towards the last step, which is paraphrasing. So you can put the double quotation marks here as well, but there will be a multiple this quotation marks, and these types of work will not be accepted. Okay, so in that case, as I said, you can go towards paraphrasing. You may use different paraphrasing tools. Now I'll be showing you how I have applied all these steps to this text and what will be the final results. Means the previously it was 76%. After applying all these steps, what similarity index will come? This is the original document which is having 76% plagiarism, and I have applied all these 4 steps and have converted this document or modified into this document. See what changes I have made. As I said, for this first sentence, we found that these words are highlighted. Means a study of job satisfaction of secondary school teachers found no significant difference, as you can see here as well. See, from job satisfaction to significant difference, all the words are highlighted. So what I have done here, how I have modified this? A study of job satisfaction of secondary school teachers found no significant difference. To break this sequence, I have used this significant difference at the starting. Means there is no any significant difference in secondary school teachers job satisfaction. Means I have used these 3-4 words I have used at the starting, and hence you will find that there is no any 6 word sequences maintained, so that it will be detected in plagiarism. So simply you have to just reframe the sentence. So I am not concentrated on this sentence because 1 or 2 words are only plagiarized. So then I move towards, we know that this paragraph is completely plagiarized. So I have used second and third step here, means citations with double quotation marks. You can see here I have simply used double quotation marks along with the citations. Then I move towards the last step. See, here I have not used quotation marks, but what I have done, this paragraph is also plagiarized. I have just copied this paragraph into paraphrasing tool, as you can see here, and I have paraphrased this text. I have just copied this and again I have pasted this here. Okay, so that you will find that this complete paragraph is reframed. Okay, so you need to give these citations as well, otherwise this will be unethical. So I have kept the citation as well, but to reduce similarity index, I have used this paraphrasing tool or paraphrasing software, and now I have checked the same modified document in the Turnitin software, and what I found, so as you can see here, the result I found, which is 0% plagiarism. Okay, you can better understand with this plagiarism report. See, the plagiarism is 0% and none of the text is highlighted. Sometimes there is a possibility that this plagiarism may come 5%, 5 to 10%, but still it is accepted, and you can just compare both the results. See, here it is 76% plagiarism, and we have applied different steps here. Here identification, how software identifies plagiarism. Then here I have used citation plus quotation marks, and here I have used the 4th step, which is by using paraphrasing tool, and I found that the plagiarism comes is 0%. So thank you very much for watching this video, friends. I hope you like this information and video as well. So if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon to get latest research updates. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.